everybody, and welcome to Reach for the Stars. And today I am opening up this very special deck that I just purchased. I just fell in love with it. I'm into gardening. I love all things flowers, and so I thought, wow, this is really a special deck for me. So in honor of this deck, I pulled out this vintage sterling silver fairy necklace that I've had, oh my God, since I was probably 20, if I could have been 16 or something. It's really old, and I plan on giving this to my granddaughter, but she's gorgeous. I bought this when I bought this ring. Same era. And this deck just reminds me of it. So I wanted to invite my little fairy princess along for the ride. So, let's take a look at the Tarot Floral. Wow. The Spirit of Flowers Tarot. That's the Hangman right there. It's so great. All right, let's open her up. I haven't actually done a walkthrough on this on my own, so I have no clue what we are about to get into. Okay, let's see. Here is the booklet. The Spirit of Flowers Tarot. Oh, let me show you some spreads here. Oh, the type is really small. Basic. Copyright 2023. Okay, that's not bad. What is that? 25 years old? Something like that? Okay. Let's take a look at this. Here's our Fool card. Here's the backs. And I'd say this cardstock is really good. It's not flimsy at all. Yeah, this is some decent stuff right here. Magical, right? Love it. He has all his tools. There he is with all his tools. Super cute. Very good. Oh, look at her. Adorbs. I purchased this on eBay. I stumbled across it and I did some research and I thought, you know what? This is a good deck for me. I mean, look at this card. I do a lot of junk journaling and collecting ephemera. And so this Victorian vibe is right up our alley in our community. So I plan on sharing this probably as a digital download at some point, and creating some junk journaling with these things and doing some bookmarkers and stuff like that, because I mean, my goodness, it's just too precious. And I love the coloring. this vase. I swear to God, this looks like my cousin. That is just too cute. Can I get better? There we go. And you know, tulips are in the cups card, which I think is interesting. So I started doing research on tulips. Like, why are they in the Page of Cups card? I'm so curious. Really beautiful, stunning deck. I mean, this is just, I mean, you know, the word enchanting definitely comes to mind. I mean, this is adorable. Oh, yeah, look at, he's holding up a, look, please look, not look at, look at. So ghetto. But he's holding up a hand sign there now, come on. Right, the Jesus Christ pose. Well done. The coloring in this is just adorable, right? I mean, I just love the color palette of this. Well done. Hedgehogs. You know, I have yet to, you know, like I said, this is the first time that I'm actually looking at this card. I have not used it yet for any intent or purposes, but I plan on it. I really want to. The reason why I got this deck is not only because, you know, I love all things flower, right? I love gardening. I love flowers. I'm always planting in my garden and growing things and propagating and cultivating seeds. I have a huge seed bank of lots of great, beautiful flowers. But for me, I kind of just want to tap into my childhood, my inner child. And I thought, wow, this just resonates with me. When I was a little girl, I had a lovely childhood, and I would play in the garden, and I would make little fairy towers and little fairy streams and fairy lakes, and I would create this whole landscape in my mother's garden. And yeah, it was lovely. It was enchanting. So yeah, I this is very nostalgic for me. And look at the fairy. Oh, there you are, my little fairy princess. So precious. Just so precious. So yeah, and this is part of the reason why I bought this deck, because I really just wanted to identify with the flora and fauna, number one, for my garden, and you know, possibly do some research on florology. Now, you know, as a side note, I have this book, and I created my own oracle deck off of this book, and this is a great book, and it talks about the Victorian era and the language of giving a bouquet. So you could create a bouquet and pretty much completely tell a whole sentence. Like, you could tell somebody, you have really bad breath and I don't want to go on a date with you. Like, it was that specific. But that's for another day, my friends. That is for another day. So with this deck, studying florology, and I also make my own tinctures and my own perfume oils and essential oils with all the flowers in my garden. So I felt like, yeah, this is a good fit for me. I'm not crazy about, you know, all the stuff that's going on here. But this is a very rare deck, and I'm not willing to temper with it. I think I'm just going to leave it as is and, get what I can from it. Does it say anything about the flower that's on here? The type is so small, honestly. I'm having a bit of a difficult time reading it. The Hermit. Huh. So yeah, this is why I really wanted to work with this deck, just to cultivate my inner child, my wonderment, my curiosity, keep my enchantment sparked and alive, and yeah, have some folly. Just have fun with it. Getting into the garden and seeing, sweet peas blooming is, I don't know, there's something very intimate about having that kind of relationship with your garden, and even with yourself. I feel like we're watching these little things grow, and we're taking care of them, and they're our babies, and they flourish and they grow and they bloom for a short period of time, all for our enjoyment. And perhaps the bees and the butterflies. I'll put you right there. You're my queen of the day, my queen fairy of the day. Oh, how cute, with the little flower as her hat. I mean, just come on. I mean, didn't we do that with our teeny tiny little dolls? Yes, I think we did. I'm pretty sure of it. The imagination, the childlike imagination. There's so much innocence and so much freedom, and from the mouths of babes, and reminding us to stay curious and just have fun with it. Why do we have to be so serious about everything? Why can't we just, go sit on top of a flower and have a cup of tea and watch the butterflies in the garden? If you don't have a garden, there's lots of places where you can go to enjoy nature. Just be creative with it. Just get out there and enjoy the majesty of it all. Oh my goodness, look at this. The Temperance card is divine. Look at her. With the lily, right? I mean, you wouldn't normally think the lily would be with the Temperance. And this is why I want to study this deck. Like, what prompted them to think that the lily would be with the Temptress? I would not. I would not think that way. But, here we go. Research and development all day, every day. Oh, look at this guy. He's got the snake. Oh, you darling little devil, you. Job well done, darling. Job well done. And that is the passion flower, one of my favorites. I mean, they are a bit of a mess. If you're a gardener and you know anything about the passion flower, oh my God, it just it goes nuts. But it is the most interesting flower, and the fruit is sublime. Ooh, sexy card, yeah? The Tower with the orchid, huh? Very interesting. Oh, look at her. She's just too fresh. Come on. The Star card. Okay, so this card reminds me of the scene in Practical Magic. And his favorite shape will be a star. Oh, goodness gracious, look at that. I mean, when I was a little girl, I would take a bath and I would turn into a mermaid every time. Every single time I got in that bathtub, I would turn into a mermaid. and the faucet was my prince, and I would swim up to the faucet and kiss it. I mean, this is childlike wonder. This is, you must stay childlike. It's so important for us to not calcify into, you know, the horrors of what being an adult will teach us, especially in this culture and in our society, because it's so, you know, it's so, we're so bombarded with advertisement, and that advertisement is meant to gaslight us and to make us feel like we should just be so grateful for, you know, these morsels that are being dribbled down through the, you know, don't get me started. Or maybe you should get me started. It's actually a great rant. But nonetheless, moving forward, yeah, I mean, I think that that's where I'm going with this deck, just to, look at how cute these guys are. They're like, they're friends. I just planted some huge sunflowers in my garden. I hope they do well. I did really good with them a couple years ago. Oh my God, they were huge. And I found this recipe where you can take an actual sunflower and barbecue the whole thing. And it's supposed to taste very delicious. You know, you do the olive oil and some garlic and some spices, and you throw it on the barbecue. And yeah, so I'm very curious about what that tastes like. It's supposed to be kind of like a version of an artichoke. Beautiful. I think this is a lovely deck. I mean, this is just so perfect for my aesthetic. You know, the whimsical side of me, the innocent side of me, the side of me that refuses to be calcified, wants to continue to play. I just want to have time to play, like I'm doing here right now with y'all. Ooh, look at the iris. Oh my goodness. That is just so beautiful. And I love that all our little fairy creatures are smaller than the flowers. I mean, I love that perspective. I love the perspective that, you know, we're the small ones. We're the ones in the garden of life, the, you know, Mother Nature's world. And, you know, to be able to look at a flower and life and the fertility of life on planet Earth and the magic of Her Majesty, I think is just, you know, so enticing and intoxicating. I feel like it just keeps me grounded. Oh my goodness, would you just stop? Look. Oh, golly gee whiz, look at his little shoes. Is it a girl? I don't know, I don't care. Oh, I mean, just gobble this one up all day long. Oh, I'm just gonna have to get into this deck because I really wanna, some of the flowers I don't recognize right off the bat, which I should, but crocus. Look at the look on her face, she's so cute. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you get to play with children when they're this age, you forget about what they call the real problems of the world. They're gone. And you realize just how important it is to just enjoy the little things in life. And I think as an artist, it's, to me, that's crucial. Morning Glory. I mean, look, she's just so intrigued with what's inside the Morning Glory. And you wonder, right? Like, what is that? Are these the cups? I think, what does that say? Chalice. Yes, correct. It is the chalice. Again, with the shoes and the clogs, it's just like, oy. I should know that flower. Is that? I want to say carnation, but no, I don't think so. It might be something else. Forgive me. I should, but I do not. Oh, look at the look on her face. And that hat. Yeah, I love this deck. I think it's really just... Look at his socks. Okay, I'm getting a total Wizard of Oz vibe. Munchkin Land. Yow, for show. I'm okay with that. Right. I mean, it's just precious and whimsical enough. And unfortunately, I do not see this as a tarot deck. I just don't. And I'm torn because I love this as a deck, but I don't read it as a tarot deck. I really don't. This is not giving me prompts to do a reading. I feel like I'm just looking at a storybook without words, and it's my job to put the story with the picture. And I struggle with that with a lot of decks. I really do, because I need it to be just a straight up, Rider-Waite deck, RWS, because there's the symbolism is not really here for me. I love the flowers. I love that there's lavender growing. I love this little child with his fairy wings, but it's not occulty enough. It's not mysticky enough. It's not, it doesn't read like a tarot card to me. So I, moving forward, have deviated from purchasing decks that are not based on the Rider system. I just won't do it unless it's a really old deck and I'm absolutely in love with the illustration and will use this for my junk journaling and possible, should I get around to it, digital downloads. But then again, it's so easy to just pull this stuff off of the internet. I mean, you probably wouldn't be able to get the entire deck, but you could pull enough to, make a tag or do a really beautiful junk journal with this. And so I make junk journals for my daughter. I make for example, this would be a junk journal that I would gift to her with a whole bunch of seeds that I've cultivated and harvested and foraged from my garden and other places. So that makes it fun. And I plan on, maybe spending some time with my granddaughter with this deck just to kind of get her interested in tarot. And that part of my family, we do like to play a lot of cards together. We're a gaming family. We do a lot of board games and stuff. So this will probably resonate with my granddaughter. But again, for me, this is more like an oracle deck. I'm not feeling it as a tarot deck at all. And, that's okay. But it still just is precious, cute as a button, don't you think? Really cute. We're into pentacles now. And see, I didn't even notice a change or a switch. I'm not reading this as a tarot deck at all. But I love, I love the deck. I love the cards, but yeah, I would have to put too much effort into doing a reading, and when I'm doing a reading, I don't have time. I need to hit my mark. I want to hit my mark. And this is probably not going to do that for me. But nonetheless, I wanted to share it with you because I think it really does give us an opportunity to tap into our inner child. And I love that. I love that whimsical, playful vibe that the art has. I really do. And they're all fairies and elves, which I'm I'm on this fairy elf, speak woman, elf kick. And I thought about it. It's like, am I a fairy with wings who are supposed to be very mischievous? I've been doing some research on it. So apparently elves and fairies come from the same folklore background. Fairies are tiny, insect-like. They have wings and they're supposed to be very mischievous. And then elves are supposed to be tall and slender and elegant and be very wise. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit darker. I think of myself as like, a vampire witch that, hangs out with fairies and elves. But I do look good with elf ears. So I think that's going to be my costume for the next Renaissance Fair, because my daughter and all her kids, they do look like elves. So I don't know. It's a bit confusing. Nonetheless, it is quite precious, isn't it? It's a beautiful deck. I can't call it a tarot deck, though. I'm sorry. It's just not. I wouldn't put this in the realm of metaphysics at all, whatsoever. This should have been a child's book. Or florology, or maybe oracle deck. But tarot, no, I don't think it has enough substance. It doesn't have enough symbology. It's not universal enough for me to, it doesn't bring it. I mean, it's only showing a very specific archetype, and that is the child within. So you can't go any deeper than that. Honestly, you're not going to be able to. There's nothing dark and scary and creepy about this deck, which, that's all part of life, right? From only darkness can you see the light. But again, that's not what I bought the deck for. I bought it for inner child healing, and a lot of my clients really need to be, have that. Stay playful, stay curious, stay childlike, stay innocent, stay playful, stay beautiful. Before we were bombarded with self-image, or, being gaslighted or reprimanded or stomped or kicked or shoved or embarrassed, or, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The growing pains of life on planet Earth for a human being is a bit precarious, I'd say. That's a great card. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my 2 cents on the deck. I think it's beautiful. It's great. It's adorable. But is it a tarot deck? No. This looks like me when I was a child. Wait, what? Oh my goodness, I think I have the picture that looks just like that. That's so cool. Right. Yeah, that's, oh my goodness, look at her. She's just too cute. It really is a beautiful deck, but it's not a tarot deck. This is an illustrated children's book without words. And I find a lot of decks do that. You know, oh God, what's the one card? Heartwood. I want to buy that so bad, you know, the mouse and the haunted abandoned cottage. I really do, but I'm just not. I feel like, again, it's just a beautiful little story about a mouse, and it's just missing the words. So, you know, on that note, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out and going through this deck with me. You know, now that it's done, shall we take a shuffle? I mean, I don't think there's going to be a problem because the card stock on this is just, it's really good. Let's do a good shuffle. Listen, take a listen. Oh, got one out already. Maybe I should give it the benefit of the doubt and not poo-poo it. And we'll do a quick pull and see what happens, and then maybe we can just get some intuition into it and see. Okay, I have here my 3 cards, and what are we looking at? We are looking at, let's get a closer look here. I am looking at Knave of Wands. That is the Knight of Wands. Or is it the Page? I think it's a Page. This is 5 of Wands. Oh. And this is the Death card. Oh, don't be mad at me, darling. Yeah, I did say I adored you, dear. Now, really, you can't get mad at me. All right, I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to put this on, you know, where I have my morning coffee right next to my, the golden Rider deck, the golden Rider deck. And I'm going to start pulling from this every day for a month and just see what happens. And maybe I'll have, you know, some more information to report back to you. And, you know, if you guys have any suggestions on this kind of stuff, I'm totally curious how y'all pick out a tarot deck, because you know, this is going to be off the beaten path for me. But I do want to give it a whirl. I mean, can you imagine having a cup of tea and like going through this deck? So I will do some studying on this, do a little bit of research, and meditate on that spread. And I do, again, want to thank you for showing up. And remember, you are beautiful, you're a star, remain childlike, and enjoy this lovely life that we have. So on that note, ciao for now, and remember to reach for the stars. Ciao.